How's it going, everybody? Poser Mobile here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Tokyo Game Show sale that runs through October 8th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $7.99, Islanders New Shores is a minimalist city builder where you create colorful settlements across procedurally generated islands, blending peaceful creativity with puzzle-like strategy that rewards careful planning and smart placement. Featuring 50 levels, 6 biomes, and 44 building types, each run feels fresh as you balance efficiency, scoring, and aesthetics to craft unique, thriving landscapes that evolve with each choice. Expanded features like sandbox mode for freeform play, photo mode with filters and rotating cameras, tactical boons, and Twitch integration add depth and replayability, while refreshed visuals and a 75-minute original soundtrack make the experience both relaxing and endlessly engaging. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $8.49, Saturday Morning RPG It's So Bad Edition is an episodic JRPG inspired by 1980s Saturday morning cartoons where you play Marty Michael Hall, a high schooler granted extraordinary powers that put him in the crosshairs of the villainous Commander Hood. Across 5 episodes, you'll battle enemies in active turn-based combat, explore colorful locations in Shadow Valley and beyond, and collect items to level up and strengthen Marty while enjoying humorous, over-the-top storylines. Featuring a full soundtrack by Vince DiCola and Kenny Meredith, the game combines nostalgic music with vibrant, cartoon-style visuals for a fun, retro adventure. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5.59, Exo Calibre is a vertical-scrolling shoot-'em-up where you pilot elite Excalibur Knights in advanced exomechs tasked with restoring order after AI drones go rogue and threaten humanity. Choose from 3 unique pilots, each with distinct shot types and melee weapons, and blast through swarms of enemies and massive bosses while chasing high scores and leaderboard supremacy across story, arcade, boss rush, and time rush modes. Featuring colorful 2D pixel art, charming character designs, and a lighthearted narrative delivered through cutscenes and comms dialogue, the game blends fast-paced action with strategic positioning and weapon mastery. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and only about 2 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Aureole Wings of Hope is a physics-based side-scrolling platformer that propels you through the skies at sonic speeds, following Ramilla and Rylith as they fight to reclaim their home from demonic forces. The game combines fast-paced aerial movement with precise platforming, challenging timing, and momentum-based mechanics that make every jump, glide, and dash feel thrilling and dynamic. With colorful, stylized visuals, intuitive controls, and a focus on fluid aerial combat and exploration, players experience a unique blend of high-speed action and engaging level design that rewards skillful navigation. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.74, Starlight Legacy is a 16-bit inspired JRPG set in the post-medieval Avaria Kingdom, where you follow warriors Ignis and Terrell on a quest to restore the withered Eternity Tree and save the realm from unrest and separatist movements. Explore 4 richly detailed provinces in any order, traveling seamlessly between towns, dungeons, and open fields while encountering enemies and bosses that scale with your progress. With menu-driven, turn-based combat, powerful relics to collect, and occasional 3D flight sequences to traverse the overworld, the game combines nostalgic 2D pixel art aesthetics with modern enhancements, creating a non-linear, immersive adventure full of strategy and exploration. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Wings of Endless is a pixel art action RPG platformer where you step into the boots of Haruku, a brash bounty hunter whose routine task turns into an epic adventure uncovering the secrets of a long-forgotten war. Guided by his enigmatic talking owl, Owlie, and accompanied by unexpected allies, you'll traverse diverse landscapes, from arid deserts and marshlands to dense forests and icy zones, solving puzzles, battling a wide variety of enemies, and completing numerous side missions that deepen the story. Dynamic real-time combat lets you switch between 3 unique heroes, while crafting consumables and uncovering hidden secrets adds strategy and replayability to this vibrant, expansive world. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, Assault Suit Leynos 2 Saturn Tribute is a 90s-style mecha side-scrolling shooter making its Western debut, where you pilot the Leynos assault suit in a war between the Zenith Federation and the Republic of Sandlar. Across 7 intense stages, customize your suit and weapons, choose auto or manual aiming, and tackle waves of mechanized enemies while the camera adapts to your loadout. Modern features like rewind, quick save and load, slow mode, enhanced boost, and rapid fire make the classic 32-bit action more accessible, all wrapped in robot anime-inspired visuals and storytelling. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $5.99, 3D Don't Die Mr. Robot is a colorful arcade-style arena game where you play as Mr. Robot, trapped in the hazardous neon dungeon and surviving by collecting explosive fruits that chain react to obliterate enemies and rack up points. This 3D reboot of the 2D cult hit adds new dimensions of chaos with remix modes handcrafted challenges, arcade modes high score intensity, and lime attack modes zany twists, all while maintaining addictive, fast-paced, top-down combat. Collect coins to unlock shades, hats, shoes, and more, challenge online leaderboards, and jam to a pulse-pounding soundtrack that matches the frantic action. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, Under Defeat is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up where you pilot a helicopter capable of moving in 8 directions using just fire and bomb buttons while mastering a unique tilt mechanic that angles your shots and adds tactical depth. With the addition of a satellite-like option unit, strategic charging, and responsive controls, every encounter balances precision, timing, and risk as you navigate waves of enemies. This 2024 edition includes New Order mode in 16:9, sharper textures, 4 selectable soundtracks, including a new score from Shinji Hosoe, and preserves the original arcade mode for classic fans, all set against a gritty, realistic war between the German-speaking Empire and the English-speaking Union. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Robobeat is a roguelike rhythm shooter where you play as Ace, a bounty hunter chasing the eccentric robot showman Frazer through a vibrant techno playground, combining shooting, wall running, sliding, bunny hopping, and grappling, all in perfect sync with the beat. Navigate procedurally generated levels while equipping an evolving arsenal of guns and melee weapons, unlocking new tracks, utilities, and modifications as you groove through dynamic, music-responsive environments. With fast-paced action, fluid platforming, and a remix system that keeps every run fresh and unpredictable, Robobeat challenges your reflexes, timing, and rhythm mastery in a non-stop dance of destruction. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $7.49, RoboDunk is a roguelike combat dunk ball game where robots soar for sky-high dunks, tackle opponents, and wield explosive weapons in chaotic matches that change every run. Choose paths through randomized arenas, unlock new bots and upgrades, and grow your team with permanent skills and stat boosts while piecing together the game's quirky lore about the meaning of dunk. Fast-paced mechanics let you charge jumps from massive dunks, ram enemies, and wield weapons from lasers to shock rings while navigating hazards like spiky rollers, tornadoes, and meteors, and whether in single-player or full local co-op, the action remains fun, unpredictable, and packed with strategic, chaotic, and satisfying sports mayhem. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, Wingspan is a relaxing, award-winning strategy card game where 1 to 5 players take on the role of bird enthusiasts seeking to discover and attract the best birds to their wildlife preserves. Each bird you play creates powerful combinations in one of 3 habitats, enhancing actions like laying eggs, drawing cards, or gathering food, while many of the 170 unique birds feature abilities inspired by real-life behaviors such as hunting, fishing, or flocking. With beautifully animated birds, authentic sound recordings, and competitive engine-building gameplay, Wingspan offers multiple ways to score points through bird placement, bonus cards, and end-of-round goals, delivering a tranquil yet deeply strategic board game experience. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Death Come True is an interactive live-action movie game where your choices shape the story and determine which ending you see, combining cinematic storytelling with simple swipe and tap controls. You play a man who wakes up in a mysterious hotel with no memory, discovers a bound woman, and soon finds himself accused as a serial killer on the news, unraveling a tense science fiction mystery created by Kazutaka Kodaka, the mind behind the Danganronpa series. Along the way, you can collect death medals by experiencing different deaths, unlocking special cinematic sequences called Death Tube for a deeper look at the story. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $9.74, Shogun Showdown is a turn-based combat game blending roguelike progression and deck-building strategy, where you carefully position yourself, time attacks, and combo upgraded tiles to prepare for epic battles against the Shogun. As you play, death becomes a step toward mastery, unlocking new characters, skills, and attacks while refining your deck for optimal performance, and in the beautifully pixelated, Japanese-inspired world, every encounter demands careful tactical thinking, planning, and precise timing to succeed. With strategic depth, rewarding progression, and charming visuals, the game offers a challenging yet addictive turn-based experience. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Phantom Spark is a precision-based time trial racing game where you'll blaze across 3 surreal domains filled with otherworldly architecture, mastering pathways, and shaving seconds off your runs to surpass each region's champion. The single-player campaign emphasizes constant improvement, letting you race against your ghost, unlock challenges, and earn ship cosmetics while learning the intricacies of over 30 handcrafted tracks. Online leaderboards and friend rivalries push the competition further, while striking environments and a driving soundtrack make every race feel fast, fluid, and exhilarating. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Abathor is a fast-paced 2D platformer with roguelite elements where Atlantis faces divine wrath, forcing heroes to battle through more than 50 increasingly difficult stages filled with ferocious demons, primordial gods, flying beasts, and relentless traps. Designed for up to 4 players in local co-op, it mixes cooperation and competition as you dodge hazards, descend into dark abysses, and scramble for treasures to appease the gods. With elaborate pixel art, over 40 epic soundtrack tracks, and lore rooted in Plato's writings and Athanasius' map, it channels the spirit of classic 16-bit arcades while adding modern challenge and variety. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, TimeMelters is a strategy hero defense game where you prevent doomsday after it already happened, rewinding time to fight alongside past versions of yourself. You'll play as Tegan, a young woman who escapes a witch trial and discovers strange powers, embarking on a quest to reshape fate through strategies, puzzle maps, and tense battles, with both single-player and full co-op campaigns offering hybrid action strategy gameplay, and missions ranging from boss fights to survival challenges that push you to think in 4 dimensions while building your skill tree. With a gripping time travel story and sweeping soundtrack, it's a fresh twist on tactical gameplay. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Insurmountable is a roguelike adventure where you attempt to scale massive, procedurally generated mountains while battling hunger, exhaustion, and the brutal forces of nature. Every climb presents shifting weather, day-night cycles, and hundreds of unpredictable events where each choice could mean survival or death, while you select from 3 distinct characters with unique skills, scavenge ruins and wrecks for vital supplies, and build your abilities through a progression system that makes every decision critical. With only 1 chance per run, 3 increasingly deadly mountains to conquer, and no way to memorize routes, it's a tense test of strategy, resource management, and adaptability. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, and unfortunately a number of the trophies are broken and preventing the platinum from ever getting unlocked. The devs don't seem interested in patching the game any further, so I don't see it ever getting fixed. For $7.49, Ready Steady Ship is a chaotic and hilarious co-op puzzle builder where you and a partner must rebuild conveyor belts to keep a bizarre, ever-changing factory running smoothly. Armed with forklifts, cranes, springboards, packing foam dispensers, and all sorts of quirky equipment, you'll need to creatively solve increasingly complex layouts while avoiding hazards like acid pools, rooftop gaps, and even space vacuums. With simple, responsive controls, frantic local couch co-op, and escalating challenges that demand communication, timing, and teamwork, every shift feels like a mad dash for success, though it can also be tackled solo. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Planet of Lana is a visually stunning puzzle adventure where you guide a young girl and her loyal companion across a planet once in perfect harmony, now under threat from a faceless, oppressive army. Solve clever puzzles, navigate hazardous environments using stealth and reflexes, and tackle action-packed sequences that test your timing and strategy, all while uncovering a sweeping story that spans galaxies and centuries. With its companion-based gameplay, vibrant handcrafted world, and thoughtfully designed challenges, every step of your journey is filled with emotional stakes, discovery, and the hope of restoring balance. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Kingdoms and Castles is a city-building simulation where you grow a tiny hamlet into a sprawling kingdom with towering castles while surviving a living, dangerous world. Strategically plan your town to keep peasants happy, fed, and healthy while building churches, taverns, and town squares, managing resources, farms, and quarries, and constructing dynamic castles with towers, walls, and defensive emplacements to repel Viking raiders and even dragons. With procedurally generated seasons, realistic tree growth, and a beautifully stylized world, every decision shapes your kingdom's prosperity, survival, and glory. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9.99, What the Golf is a wildly inventive and absurd physics-based golf parody that turns every level into a fresh, unpredictable twist on the sport. Sometimes brilliant, sometimes ridiculous, and always asking, what the golf? Tee off with cats, couches, cars, TVs, dogs, flying houses, and even fax machines as you explore the chaotic golf lab, solve delightfully absurd puzzles, and tackle levels that constantly redefine what playing golf can mean. With episodes such as Snow Time and A Whole New World, the game keeps the humor and inventive gameplay flowing, offering endless surprises and challenges for players of all skill levels. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.79, Bang On Balls Chronicles is a chaotic, bouncy 3D platformer where you play as Bob, a reckless hero rolling through history with absurdity, destruction, and epic antics at every turn. Explore destructible open worlds, from Vikings to the space race, tackle bosses, unearth secrets, and complete challenges at your own pace, all while bouncing through slightly inaccurate historical settings with unique mechanics, items, and enemies. Go solo, jump in a 2-player split screen, or team up with up to 4 players online, collecting weapons, shields, and themed items to customize your character, then smash, dash, and steamroll everything in sight. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Inkulinati is a hilarious ink-based strategy game where medieval marginalia come alive and a rabbit's bum can be deadlier than a dog's sword. Take turns in tactical duels, summon bizarre beasts with living ink, and use a mix of battlefield positioning, special actions, and creative chaos to outwit opponents, all while unlocking units like trumpet-playing donkeys, bishop cats, and man-eating snails. Customize your tiny Inkulinati, build your ultimate army, and embark on a single-player campaign facing legendary masters, untamed creatures, and historical figures, adapting your strategy to every evolving battlefield for maximum advantage. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Gunvolt Records Cychronicle is a rhythm game set in the Azure Striker Gunvolt universe, starring the songstresses Lumen, Lola, and Lucia across 15 electrifying tracks. Follow the notes and tap, hold, flick, and slide patterns while syncing your movements to the characters dancing in fully animated 3D backgrounds, creating a fully immersive rhythm experience. The game also features a sound player with full-length vocal tracks, nostalgic series footage, and gameplay clips, while the Muse's abilities keep the music flowing even after mistakes, letting players of all skill levels enjoy the beat. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 3 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9.99, Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore, is a hand-painted, sprite-driven action-adventure where you play as Princess Arzette, the kingdom's last hope against the returning evil Daimer. Travel through breathtaking locations, uncover hidden secrets, converse with locals to unravel intricate mysteries, and face villainous foes while acquiring powerful items and abilities that shape your journey. Fully voice-acted, cartoon-style cinematics, a vibrant world, and a colorful cast of characters bring the story to life, while veteran developers and an award-winning soundtrack make every moment unforgettable. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $6.74, The Cub is a challenging platform parkour adventure inspired by classic 90s Sega games like Aladdin and The Lion King, with modern twists, where you navigate a post-apocalyptic world filled with evolved wildlife, deadly flora, and environmental puzzles. Play as a resilient human child immune to the hostile planet after the great ecological catastrophe, escaping the ultra-rich who hunt you, while exploring crumbling urban ruins, overgrown battlefields, and abandoned labs that reveal humanity's story. Stylized visuals evoke the golden age of animation, complemented by the Radio Nostalgia from Mars soundtrack. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $8.99, Bear and Breakfast is a laid-back management adventure where you play as Hank, a well-meaning bear trying to run a bed and breakfast in the woods. Build and fully customize your inn with dozens of guest rooms, bathrooms, parlors, and entertainment options. Welcome and keep visitors happy, complete quests, and uncover the deeper mysteries hidden in the forest as your business expands. Along the way, encounter quirky characters, interact with eccentric locals, overcome challenges, and explore a story-rich world teeming with secrets, side quests, and unexpected surprises. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Laika, Aged Through Blood is a thrilling action-adventure Metroidvania set in a dystopian, post-apocalyptic Western world where you play as Laika, a coyote mother and relentless warrior seeking vengeance against the tyrannical birds who conquered her land. Ride your motorbike through rugged, hand-painted landscapes, uncover dark secrets of a fractured world, and engage in fast-paced vehicular combat that demands precision, strategy, and skill. Master close-range tactics, unlock deadly abilities, upgrade your gear, and navigate hidden paths while experiencing a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack and a thought-provoking story of loss, betrayal, and survival. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8.99, SteamWorld Build is a casual city building and dungeon management crossover set in the beloved SteamWorld universe, where you grow a steambot town and explore handcrafted mines to survive as the planet collapses around you. Manage resources, construct buildings, and guide your residents while delving into shadowy depths filled with puzzles, treasures, and lurking dangers. With intuitive city-building controls, strategic resource management, 4 difficulty levels, 6 themed maps, hand-drawn art, and a whimsical soundtrack, this charming adventure offers a relaxing yet engaging experience. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Worldless is a 2D active turn-based platformer set in a newborn universe where opposing entities clash in an unstable struggle of polarities. Explore intricate, interconnected areas filled with secrets, using dashes and wall jumps to uncover hidden pathways across surreal landscapes, while engaging in battles that blend turn-based strategy with active time mechanics, demanding precise timing on attacks and defenses as you upgrade skills through a branching talent tree. With its haunting score, dreamlike atmosphere, and narrative of transcendence and self-discovery, it delivers a meditative yet challenging journey. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Bilkins Folly is a narrative adventure where treasure hunter Percy Bilkins, alongside his loyal dog Drayton, sets out to uncover the fate of his missing family after a devastating shipwreck. Explore vibrant islands by charting custom maps, solving clever puzzles that vary in difficulty, and scouring every hidden corner for long-lost secrets, treasures, and lore that enrich the story. Strengthening your bond with Drayton unlocks new skills that help you clear obstacles, access previously unreachable areas, and discover clues that propel the narrative forward, creating a deeply engaging adventure. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $8.49, Wildmender is a survival gardening adventure where you work to restore life to a barren desert world, either solo or with up to 3 friends in co-op. Collect seeds and resources to cultivate a thriving oasis, craft tools and structures to shape the land, and carefully manage food and water as you explore harsh biomes like poisoned canyons, drained seas, and frozen mountains, each filled with unique challenges and secrets. Along the way, uncover the mysteries of a fallen civilization, harness powerful arcane magic, befriend animals and spirits, and battle life-draining wraiths that threaten to corrupt the land, all while slowly reclaiming the desert acre by acre. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5.99, the Crackpet Show Happy Tree Friends Edition is a chaotic roguelite shoot-'em-up where you play as the iconic cartoon critters in the bloodiest TV show ever made. Blast through hordes of enemies and massive bosses while collecting randomized perks, weapons, and upgrades that let you spew lava, bounce bullets, or transform into an unstoppable berserker, then use your fame between procedurally generated runs to upgrade gear and become an even deadlier contestant. Play solo or team up with up to 4 players in co-op, where teamwork or treachery is always on the table. Just don't forget, the show must go on. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Warstride Challenges is a lightning-fast FPS where you race against the clock, slaying hordes of demons in bloody gunfights across escalating trials. Chain together slides, bunny hops, slow-motion headshots, and explosive powers as you die and retry your way toward the perfect run, climbing global leaderboards and proving yourself the ultimate demon slayer. Unlock devastating weapons, master precise movement, and compete asynchronously with friends or streamers in Nemesis mode, or dive into community-made challenges for endless replayability. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Riders Republic Skate Edition is an extreme sports adventure where you aim to become the ultimate skate legend, featuring the base game and the skate add-on. Shred new skate parks across iconic U.S. national parks like Yosemite, Grand Teton, and Bryce Canyon, mastering tricks, chasing the best lines, and showing off your skills to real-time crowds of other players. Customize your character with fresh outfits and boards, participate in multiplayer events, and explore a vast open world where biking, skiing, snowboarding, and wingsuiting add variety to the high-speed action. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons is a roguelite beat-em-up where Billy and Jimmy Lee fight to reclaim a crime-ridden, post-nuclear New York City. Battle new and familiar enemies across dynamic, replayable missions where the order you choose affects difficulty, enemy numbers, and rewards, and tag in additional fighters like Marion, Uncle Martin, or unlockable characters with unique moves and playstyles. Seamlessly switch between your team, master devastating combos, and upgrade abilities between missions while competing solo, in local co-op, or online with a friend through survival, versus, and story modes. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Koa and the Five Pirates of Mara is a colorful action-adventure where young Koa and her friend Napopo set sail to stop 5 marauding pirates and restore the island of Kalas. Explore 8 diverse islands filled with traps, speed challenges, underwater stages, and hidden treasures, while uncovering map fragments, upgrading Koa's boat, and changing her attire. Face off against pirate bosses that use the unique features of each island, participate in mid-game races to unlock secret areas, and enjoy accessible controls with normal and relaxed difficulty modes designed for all players. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $7.99, The Spirit and the Mouse is a narrative-focused adventure where Lila the Mouse and Lumion the Spirit Guardian team up to restore balance to the village of St. Eclair after a sudden thunderstorm. Explore every nook and cranny, befriend playful electric spirits called Kiblins, and solve character-driven puzzles using Lila's electrifying powers to illuminate the village and help its residents. Complete quests, placate mischievous spirits through charming minigames, and collect energy and happiness to unlock new abilities, all while experiencing a heartwarming story from the perspective of a tiny yet determined hero. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $9.99, The Last Hero of Nostalgaia is a satirical action-adventure where a hideously pixelated hero fights to save a collapsing world of video games from total pixelation. Battle hordes of mindless inhabitants, survive punishing yet fair combat, and collect unique suits of armor and weapons, each steeped in rich lore, all while being relentlessly mocked by a cynical narrator. Explore twisted and intricate environments, uncover hidden secrets, customize your hero, and team up in online co-op to face the pixelated apocalypse together, navigating a wickedly humorous story that celebrates and critiques gaming nostalgia. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Dordogne is a heartfelt narrative adventure where you play as Mimi, revisiting her childhood memories and the time shared with her late grandmother to uncover hidden family secrets. Wander through stunning hand-painted watercolor landscapes of the Dordogne, from sunlit hills to bustling villages, reliving vivid moments, scents, sounds, and sensations that shape Mimi's story, while collecting photos, sounds, and scents to craft a personalized journal reflecting your unique journey and the choices that bridge past and present. Experience a warm, nostalgic story where memories come alive, guiding Mimi toward understanding, connection, and a touching reflection on family and life. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. For $9.99, We Love Katamari Reroll and Royal Reverie Special Edition is a whimsical action puzzle adventure where the Prince of the Cosmos rolls a magical Katamari to restore the universe's lost stars. Grow your Katamari by picking up everything from paper clips and snacks to buildings and animals, turning it into a sparkling star that colors the night sky while mastering strategy to roll objects in the optimal order. This special edition includes the main game, new challenges as the Young King in Royal Reverie, a Little Prince and Little King costume, a Katamari Damacy music pack, and a selfie mode to capture your creations. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Super Mega Baseball 4 Ballpark Edition is an arcade-style baseball game where you step up to the plate in 6 new stadiums, including Peril Point, Ciudad de Colores, and Castillo Arena, with a roster featuring over 200 exaggerated, larger-than-life versions of fan-favorite former pros. Experience a perfect blend of accessible gameplay and deep mechanics, including team chemistry, shuffle draft, and cross-platform multiplayer, all wrapped in vibrant visuals and crystal-clear audio that bring every pitch, swing, and slide to life. Whether playing solo or online with friends, this edition delivers high-energy, immersive baseball action that's as fun as it is challenging. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and I'm not sure about time to platinum as so few people have actually done it. For $5.99, Bramble the Mountain King is a dark adventure game where you play as Ollie, a young boy venturing into eerie forests and caves to rescue his kidnapped sister from a fearsome troll. Navigate a world full of strange creatures, both large and small, deciding when to confront foes or hide, while using the spark of courage to survive treacherous traps and mystical trials. Explore hauntingly beautiful Nordic-inspired environments, face twisted mythical beasts in epic-scale boss battles, and experience tense, heart-pounding moments brought to life with stunning visuals and atmospheric design. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $6.24, Afterimage is a hand-drawn 2D action-adventure where you guide amnesiac Renee through the ruins of Engarden, a fantasy world shattered by the Raising, on a quest to recover her memories and rescue her mentor. Explore a non-linear world filled with over 50 NPCs, hidden secrets, and branching side quests, while battling more than 170 enemies, including 30 formidable bosses, using diverse character builds, customizable weapons, and unique Afterimage abilities that unlock new paths and combat strategies. With multiple endings shaped by your choices, stunning frame-by-frame animations, and a sweeping orchestral soundtrack, every encounter and exploration is a richly immersive experience. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Cannon Dancer Osman is a fast-paced action game set in a near-future world ruled by a corrupt government and threatened by the evil sorceress Abdullah the Slaver. You play as Kieran, a lone assassin and elite agent who must infiltrate the city, survive deadly enemies, and escape betrayal by the police to seek vengeance against Jack Lazen, the Judicial Affairs Director who set him up. Along the way, Kieran faces relentless foes from the Techie faction, each with their own deadly motives, using agility, combat skills, and strategic attacks to survive and strike back in this high-octane adventure. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 2 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Lunark is a 2D cinematic platformer set on a distant planet ruled by a totalitarian regime, where you play as Leo, a courier with unique abilities and a mysterious past, navigating dystopian cities, alien forests, and treacherous caves. Run, jump, climb, roll, and shoot through gorgeously animated pixel art environments while solving puzzles, battling enemy droids, and interacting with a colorful cast of characters that challenge your allegiances. Uncover the dark origins of humanity's new home, discover hidden upgrades, and master precision platforming in a story-driven sci-fi adventure where survival, revolution, and personal discovery collide. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Anno 1800 Deluxe Edition is a city-building, real-time strategy game set at the dawn of the Industrial Age, where you design sprawling cities, manage complex economies, and expand your empire across lush continents. The Deluxe Edition includes 3 cosmetic packs, the Amusements Pack, Pedestrian Zone, and Vibrant Cities, letting you personalize your metropolises while exploring new technologies, global expeditions, and unique societies. Play solo or online in PvP or co-op modes, balancing diplomacy, trade, or warfare to ensure your empire thrives, and experience story-driven campaigns, sandbox mode, and deep multiplayer challenges in one of the most dynamic city-building experiences ever made. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gal Guardians Demon Purge is a 2D action-adventure where you control 2 demon hunter sisters, Shinobu and Maya Kamizono, swapping between long-range and close-range combat styles on the fly as they slash and shoot through a massive demonic castle. Defeat powerful bosses to earn new sub-weapons, unlock hidden routes, and explore the castle in fresh ways while managing weapon points and reviving your sister with the sister rescue system. Customize your experience with multiple difficulty styles, Japanese or English voice tracks, and optional co-op play, combining fast-paced combat, strategic weapon use, and story-driven exploration to uncover the mystery behind the school's transformation. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Wild Hearts is an action-packed hunting game set in a fantasy version of feudal Japan where you track and battle colossal beasts known as kimono, infused with the raw power of nature. Use deadly weapons and ancient karakuri technology to craft traps, set up hunting grounds, and take on these fearsome creatures alone or in seamless co-op with friends. Explore lush environments, uncover the mystery behind the kimono's rampage, and upgrade your gear as you master the hunt in a richly detailed world filled with danger, strategy, and epic battles. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $8.99, the Journey Down trilogy is a point-and-click adventure bundle where you join Buana on a globe-spanning quest from the bustling streets of San Armando to the ancient jungles and hidden temples of the mythical Underland. Solve intricate puzzles, uncover secrets, and unravel conspiracies across 3 fully voiced chapters, each brought to life with hand-painted environments, HD animations, and a jazzy reggae soundtrack. With a rich story, engaging characters, and immersive settings, this trilogy combines humor, mystery, and brain-teasing adventure for a memorable journey. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100% all 3 chapters, no platinum for this one. For $7.49, Arcadia Fallen is a modern fantasy visual novel where your choices shape your character's personality, be shy, bold, or endlessly humorous, as you play a young alchemist apprentice bound to an illegal spirit. Thrust into a war between humanity and magic, you join a group of unlikely heroes navigating danger, romance, and friendship while striving to save the world. Immerse yourself in a beautifully crafted world blending Japanese-inspired anime aesthetics with Scandinavian storytelling, forging meaningful connections with 5 companions, 4 of whom are romanceable in an LGBTQ+ friendly experience. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, We Were Here Forever is a co-op puzzle adventure where you and a partner are trapped in Castle Rock, uncertain if you were betrayed or simply outwitted, and must rely on teamwork to escape. Starting in dungeon cells beneath the keep, you'll uncover the history of Rockberry and its resistance against the king while solving puzzles that demand constant two-player communication through walkie-talkies, acting as each other's eyes and ears under mounting danger. With its chilling Antarctic setting and mysteries centuries in the making, it delivers a haunting blend of trust, fear, and discovery. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. Just be aware that this is co-op only, you can't play single player. For $9.99, Monster Hunter Rise is an action RPG where you defend Kimura Village, battling colossal beasts across vast maps with weapons and tools inspired by Japanese folklore. Choose from 14 weapon types like the Great Sword, Dual Blades, or Bow Guns, crafting stronger gear from each hunt, while using the Wire Bug to zip through environments and unleash skill-based attacks, with Palamute and Palico companions aiding in combat, and Wyvern riding turning monsters into devastating allies. Solo or in 4-play co-op, face the Rampage, sieges where waves of monsters assault the village, blending action, strategy, and teamwork. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 250 hours to platinum. Just be aware that you can get this in a bundle with its expansion, Sunbreak, on sale for $15. For $8.99, Blacktail is an action-adventure where you play as Yaga, a 16-year-old girl accused of witchcraft, hunting walking spirits that embody your past while shaping the legend of Baba Yaga in a vibrant Slavic fairy tale world. Engage in intense archery combat and magic, craft arrows and potions, track elusive spirits, and face thrilling boss fights as your choices affect the land and your skills through the morality system. Explore the woods to uncover hidden treasures, collect recipes, and brew elixirs to improve your abilities and customize your playstyle in a story-driven adventure. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Jitsu Squad is a 2D action beat-em-up where you control Hero, Baby, Jazz, and Aros on a mission to recover the legendary Kusanagi Stone, whose demon-infused power can grant godlike abilities. Face cursed ancient warriors summoned by the wicked sorcerer Origami using combo-driven combat, unique abilities, and strategic tag-team tactics, either solo by switching between squad members or with up to 3 friends in local couch co-op, including tag team mode where each player controls 2 characters. Master each fighter's strengths, explore dynamic environments, and combine fast-paced action, coordination, and strategy to thwart Origami's plans. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Superliminal is a clever first-person puzzle game where perception is reality, and you must navigate a surreal dreamscape after falling asleep during Dr. Pierce's late-night therapy commercial that promises unusual results. Inspired by optical illusions, the game challenges you to think outside the box, resizing, rotating, and manipulating objects to solve puzzles that constantly twist and bend your sense of perspective in unexpected and inventive ways. A subdued yet atmospheric world, paired with a witty and mysterious narrative, makes every strange encounter feel thought-provoking, unsettling, and wonderfully bizarre in equal measure. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $6.59, Kaiju Wars Deluxe Edition OST combo lets you play out a classic monster movie as the mayor of Flotio City, fighting to hold off colossal kaiju with an outclassed military. 5 unique kaiju grow stronger with each attack, and though they can't be killed, you'll slow them down using sacrificial bases, freeze rays, and even transforming mechas across an over 15-hour campaign of global missions packed with tactical puzzles, large-scale battles, and defense scenarios where you'll command units, upgrade ace squads, and customize project decks. Weekly challenges, witty narrative exchanges, and the included original soundtrack round out this love letter to kaiju cinema. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $8.99, Putt Putt Saves the Zoo is a cheerful point-and-click adventure where Putt Putt and his pup Pep must rescue missing baby animals before the Cartown Zoo's grand opening. Kids will guide the duo through colorful locations and puzzles, swinging across alligator-filled rivers, building iceberg bridges, playing hockey with a polar bear, and bopping with penguins, while reuniting families and discovering hidden click points, singing songs, painting putt-putt, and learning animal facts that spark curiosity and imagination. With charming characters, playful surprises, and an easy save-anytime system, it's a delightful adventure that encourages problem-solving. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about an hour to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, Spy Fox in Dry Cereal is a witty, family-friendly adventure where the super suave agent, Spy Fox, must stop the dastardly William the Kid from cow-napping the world's milk supply. Armed with inventive spy gadgets, clever tools, and sharp wits, you'll track down Mr. Utterly, rescue the cows, and foil a milk-related catastrophe while navigating a colorful and engaging world. Kids will tackle logic-based puzzles, collect clues through fun minigames, and explore a dynamic environment where choices can change the outcome, all while interacting with charming, loyal friends and discovering humorous secrets and surprises along the way. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, Pajama Sam, No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, is a charming, educational adventure where ordinary Sam dons his red cape to become the superhero Pajama Sam and bravely confront the shadows lurking in his closet. Kids will explore a vibrant, ever-changing world filled with singing appliances, dancing furniture, and talking trees, solving clever puzzles that nurture critical thinking, memory, listening, and social skills, while uncovering delightful secrets and surprises around every corner. Each playthrough offers new challenges, and progress can be saved to continue later, ensuring a flexible, engaging, and thoroughly entertaining experience. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, Pajama Sam 2 Thunder and Lightning Art So Frightening is a delightful educational adventure where young superhero Sam journeys to worldwide weather, a storm factory in the sky, to conquer his fear of thunderstorms. Kids will explore a whimsical, ever-changing world filled with clever puzzles, fun games, and fantastic new friends, helping Sam fix the chaotic weather system and restore snow, sunshine, and rain to their proper places. Click points hide hundreds of surprises, while special activities promote creativity, spatial reasoning, and problem-solving skills, and progress can be saved to continue later. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 2 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, Pajama Sam 3, You Are What You Eat From Your Head to Your Feet, is a charming and educational adventure where young superhero Sam must restore peace to Mop Top Island, where the fats and sweets have thrown the food world into chaos. Kids will help Sam locate the missing delegates, solve clever puzzles, interact with friendly and whimsical food characters, and learn valuable lessons about nutrition, healthy eating, cooperation, and problem solving. Explore every nook and cranny, listen closely for hidden clues, uncover fun educational tidbits, and enjoy humorous surprises at every turn, making each playthrough both engaging and enlightening. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 2 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5.99, Train Valley Console Edition is a strategic puzzle simulation game where you build and manage railroads connecting cities, tunnels, and bridges across multiple historical eras. Plan routes with switches, sidings, and spurs to avoid delays, control trains to prevent accidents, and balance costs when navigating forests, villages, and obstacles, all while playing through 5 seasons. Europe, America, USSR, Japan, and Germany, covering real-life events like the Gold Rush, World War II, the first manned spaceflight, and the fall of the Berlin Wall, and choosing story, random, or sandbox modes while discovering 30 train types and 18 different cars. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, The Eternal Cylinder is a surreal survival adventure where you play as a tiny, adaptable creature called a Trebum, navigating a perilous and visually stunning alien world while avoiding a colossal, rolling destroyer that flattens everything in its path. Explore 4 unique biomes teeming with bizarre and extraordinary flora and fauna, mutate with over 50 abilities to overcome environmental challenges and predators, build a diverse and customizable family of Trebum, and uncover ancient knowledge and hidden sanctuaries, all while surviving the cylinder's relentless destruction and its terrifying, monstrous servants that hunt and consume everything in sight. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 8 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For For $6.79, Unusual Findings is a nostalgic 80s point-and-click adventure where three friends, Vinny, Nick, and Tony, stumble upon a deadly alien crash and must uncover the truth while navigating bizarre events. Explore locations like the Video Buster store, Laser Llama's arcades, and the Emerald Sword comic shop, interact with quirky locals, and tackle puzzles using classic see, grab, talk mechanics, while your choices shape friendships, story progression, and outcomes. Featuring sci-fi coming-of-age storytelling, synthwave music, and stylized pixel art, the game pays tribute to 80s classics like The Goonies and They Live with its own twisted humor. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 12 hours to platinum. For $9.99, the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope is a branching cinematic horror where four college students and their professor are trapped in fog-shrouded Little Hope, confronting terrifying visions tied to the 17th century Andover witch trials. Navigate a tense story of QTEs, multiple perspectives, and chilling choices that decide who survives as evil forces threaten their souls, with the upgraded version adding difficulty settings, QTE warnings, faster walking, improved UI, and accessibility options, while the Curator's Cut unlocks new scenes and decisions from other characters. Play solo or online with a friend, or offline with up to 5, as you face relentless apparitions and unravel the town's dark past. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.89, Isonzo is a realistic tactical World War I multiplayer FPS where 48-player battles test your skill and strategy across the deadly, scenic peaks of the Italian front. Take part in historical offenses from the 6th Battle of the Isonzo to the Straff Expedition, mastering high-altitude combat through flanking, leading attacks, or supporting your squad. Customize your class loadout with over 50 authentic World War I weapons, gear, perks, and cosmetics, and fight across dynamic maps from city streets to vertical cliffs, all set to historically accurate music and visuals. Console cross-platform play allows faster matchmaking and larger battles. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $6.24, Nexomon and Nexomon Extinction Complete Collection combines both monster-catching adventures into one package, letting you trap, tame, and train hundreds of Nexomon across vast and varied environments. Explore icy tundras, arid deserts, dense forests, and sunny beaches as you battle trainers, champions, and foes, while forging friendships that help you overcome challenges and unravel a world-spanning story of good versus evil. With more than 600 Nexomon from 9 elemental types to discover and evolve, you can build a team that perfectly matches your playstyle and rise from humble beginnings to become a legendary Nexomon Grandmaster. It's a 74 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 85 hours to get both platinums. For $7.49, RPG Time: The Legend of Wright is a charming, inventive adventure where you dive into Kenta's handwritten RPG notebook, transforming your after-school classroom into a vibrant world of heroics and surprises. Crafted with drawings, cardboard, and stationery, the game blends action, adventure, bullet hell, and turn-based battles, keeping every page turn fresh and unpredictable. Nostalgic yet modern, this award-winning experience showcases over 9 years of development and has been celebrated at festivals including the Tokyo Game Show, Taipei Game Show, and Bit Summit for its boundless creativity. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Chronicles: The Radical Dreamers Edition is a fully remastered classic RPG spanning 2 interlinked parallel worlds, featuring over 40 party members and a story that transcends time and space. This edition upgrades 3D models to HD, refines character illustrations, enhances background music, and adds quality of life features like auto battle, combat improvements, and toggleable encounters, while letting players switch between pixel and HD fonts. Included is Radical Dreamers, Le Trésor Interdit, the 1996 audio novel-style game that inspired Chrono Cross, and tells a parallel story of Surge, Kid, and Maggle. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.79, Turrican Anthology Volume 1 celebrates the fast-paced, action-packed Turrican series alongside one of gaming's most iconic soundtracks by Chris Hulsbeck. It includes Turrican and Turrican 2 from Amiga, Super Turrican and Super Turrican Director's Cut from the SNES, plus Mega Turrican Score Attack from Genesis and Mega Drive, featuring expanded stages, new levels, and enhanced score attack modes, with extras like toggleable maps, multiple soundtracks, rewind support, unlockable cheats, concept art, and selectable covers. Experience Turrican's finest moments with modern upgrades that make these classics more accessible than ever. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.79, Turrican Anthology Volume 2 continues the legendary Turrican series, offering fast-paced action, exploration, and one of gaming's finest soundtracks by Chris Hulsbeck. This collection includes Turrican 3 from the Amiga, Mega Turrican and Mega Turrican Director's Cut from Genesis and Mega Drive, Super Turrican 2 and Super Turrican Score Attack from SNES, with expanded levels, grappling mechanics, vehicles, hidden secrets, challenging new enemies, and secret stages. Features include toggleable maps, multiple soundtrack options, rewind support, unlockable cheats, and never-before-seen concept art. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, Steve Jackson's Sorcery: The Complete Collection delivers an epic interactive fantasy adventure where every decision shapes your fate. Journey across 4 chapters as a lone hero on a perilous quest to reclaim the stolen Crown of Kings, armed only with a sword, a spell book, and your wits as you cast over 50 imaginative spells, battle hundreds of foes in strategic turn-based combat, and explore vast cities, wild frontiers, and time-twisted realms teeming with danger and discovery. With a massive branching narrative, the ability to rewind decisions, and a New Game Plus mode full of hidden secrets, no two adventures ever unfold the same way. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition delivers one of the most terrifying and influential horror experiences of the last decade, seamlessly blending atmospheric exploration, psychological tension, and nerve-shredding survival. Step into the shoes of Ethan Winters as you explore the decaying Baker Mansion, uncover the gruesome truth behind your wife's disappearance, and confront horrors that redefine the series' first-person perspective. The Gold Edition includes the base game plus all DLC, banned footage Volumes 1 and 2, and the End of Zoe epilogue, along with the free Not a Hero chapter starring Chris Redfield. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Cotton Fantasy revives the beloved shoot-'em-up series with a colorful, fast-paced, and whimsical adventure packed with charm, chaos, non-stop action, and dazzling visual flair. When the Willows mysteriously vanish from Fairyland, the Fairy Queen sends Silk to recruit the mischievous witch, Nada de Cotton, who agrees to help in exchange for a lifetime supply of her favorite treat. Featuring 6 playable characters with unique mechanics, abilities, and attacks, the game blends classic Cotton magic with modern twists like Cyverier's Buzz System and Sandvane's Time Mode across dazzling, vibrant HD stages filled with peril, surprises, and challenging encounters. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9.99, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is an expanded, mind-bending reimagining of the critically acclaimed 2013 indie classic, where every choice, or lack thereof, shapes an absurd, self-reflective narrative. Play as Stanley, or don't, as contradictions pile upon contradictions, rules are broken and broken again, and the game blurs the line between player and protagonist in a labyrinthine office of existential uncertainty. Ultra Deluxe preserves all the original content while adding new secrets, choices, and expanded areas, alongside modern visual upgrades, accessibility options, and localization, all narrated with Kevin Brighting's impeccable voice work. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Nobody Saves the World is a quirky and inventive action RPG where you, as nobody, must stop an ancient calamity by mastering transformation and creative combat. Shift between over 15 unique forms, like Slug, Ghost, or Dragon, each with distinct mechanics, and combine more than 80 abilities to craft powerful, unexpected builds as you tackle procedurally generated dungeons and unconventional quests. Explore a colorful overworld solo or with a friend online, solve challenges in inventive ways, and test your skills in New Game Plus against tougher enemies and remixed dungeons. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Chicken Police is a gritty, satirical noir adventure starring Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken, a former detective duo drawn back into a bizarre case. Explore over 30 locations in Clawville, interrogate over 30 fully voiced characters, and gather clues, evidence, and secrets in a narrative-driven experience blending visual novel storytelling with classic adventure mechanics. The cinematic presentation features photorealistic 3D backgrounds, stylized visuals, a haunting original soundtrack, and over 8 hours of voice acting, all enhanced by over 100 DualSense effects including adaptive triggers, immersive haptics, and detailed cutscene feedback. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 7 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Agent Intercept puts you in the driver's seat of the Scepter, a high-tech transforming vehicle, as you face off against the criminal organization Claw in explosive arcade-style missions. Dodge enemy fire, mines, and lasers while performing over-the-top stunts, switching between car, plane, and more, and unleashing the Scepter's advanced gadgetry across exotic locations with an original high-energy soundtrack. Beyond the 3-chapter campaign, tackle side missions, time trials, target practice, high-score chase, and unlock secret experiments and data cards to enhance gameplay. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Rogue Book Deluxe Edition is a roguelike deck builder from the creators of Faria and Richard Garfield, the mind behind Magic the Gathering. Assemble 2 heroes and combine their abilities with powerful cards, while exploring procedurally generated maps filled with hexagonal tiles, quests, traps, treasures, and secret encounters that challenge your strategy at every turn and reveal hidden surprises. Dynamic deck building lets you mix over 200 cards, 80 relics, and unique hero skill trees, and plan your turns carefully to defeat challenging bosses, uncover hidden synergies, and master the ever-changing, unpredictable Roguebook world. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and unfortunately there's a broken trophy preventing the platinum from unlocking. For $9.99, Circuit Superstars is a top-down racing game that expertly blends simulation and arcade thrills, built by racing fans for racing fans. Master precision driving across 32 tracks and 14 fully customizable vehicles with unique handling and physics, chasing the perfect line and pushing your skill to the absolute limit, while carefully planning pit stops to account for tire wear, fuel consumption, and damage, all across 15 vibrant, visually distinct locations where you can show off custom liveries, helmets, and victory celebrations. Compete in AI challenges, local multiplayer, or online races with up to 12 players, including weekly time trials and specially curated online events. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Vagante is a dark fantasy action roguelike platformer that pushes your skill, reflexes, and strategic thinking to the absolute limit in a perilous, ever-changing world filled with danger, traps, enemies, and unexpected surprises around every corner. Explore treacherous, procedurally generated caverns, dungeons, and hazards while battling a wide variety of foes, collecting powerful loot, unlocking new abilities, discovering hidden secrets, experimenting with countless character builds, and mastering complex strategic combinations, all while teaming up with friends locally or online to tackle the game's punishing and chaotic cooperative challenges. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger 9-2 amps up the series' signature high-speed 2D action, letting Copen tear through enemies with his new break shift and bullet shift forms. Traverse massive towers filled with diverse stages and powerful bosses while mastering Copen's upgraded bullet dash, razor wheel, and X weapons to exploit enemy weak points and clear stages efficiently. Recover strategically with Lola's new healing mode, build over 1,000 kudos points, and experience a standalone story set in a dystopian desert world of robots featuring familiar faces and new characters with English voiceover for the first time. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Trigger Witch combines 16-bit action-adventure nostalgia with twin-stick shooter chaos in a world where magic's been replaced by guns and grit. You play as Colette, a young witch in training whose life is upended when a mysterious man invades her realm, sparking a bloody journey to restore balance using an ever-expanding arsenal of powerful and upgradable firearms. Explore vast open-world regions teeming with strange characters, hidden treasures, and challenging dungeons, uncover secrets, and solve clever environmental puzzles while blasting through relentless hordes of monsters in solo or seamless drop-in local co-op adventure. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Surviving the Aftermath challenges you to rebuild civilization from the ashes in a brutal, unpredictable world where survival demands adaptation, resourcefulness, and tough moral choices that test your leadership. Construct over 130 detailed buildings, manage resources through radiation storms, famine, disease, and environmental hazards, and protect your colony from raiders, wildlife, and disasters that could wipe out everything. Send skilled specialists beyond your borders to scavenge rare tech, establish outposts, and uncover the mysterious origins of the apocalypse, while forging fragile alliances and making decisions that will determine humanity's fate. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $8.74, The Last Stand Aftermath is a standalone action-adventure roguelite from veteran developer Con Artist Games, letting you choose a survivor to explore post-apocalyptic ruins while scavenging fuel, crafting weapons, and gathering supplies to survive. Face relentless hordes of zombies while managing your own infection, knowing that death is inevitable. But each new survivor you play benefits from perks and upgrades earned by previous attempts, creating a tense cycle of strategy, risk, and progression. Explore diverse locations, make critical survival choices, and adapt your playstyle to overcome hazards, enemy ambushes, and escalating challenges at every turn. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Dandy Ace is a fast-paced, over-the-top roguelike that follows a fabulous magician trapped in a cursed mirror, battling through a constantly shifting palace to defeat the green-eyed illusionist and reclaim his freedom. Combine magical cards in over 1,000 unique ways, each with distinct powers and playstyles, while facing bizarre enemies, outrageous bosses, and dynamic challenges that change with every run. Collect shards, gold, and assistance from quirky allies as you experiment with endless builds, master intense 2D isometric combat, and push your skills further with each daring attempt to escape the lavish, treacherous palace. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania rolls you into wacky, colorful worlds alongside Ai, Mimi, Gon, Baby, Yan Yan, and Doctor as you race to stop the evil Dr. Badboon from destroying Jungle Island and save all your beloved bananas. Bounce, tilt, and roll through over 300 stages from Super Monkey Ball 2, and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, compete in 12 fun minigames like Monkey Racing and Monkey Soccer, and challenge friends online for top banana rankings. With story mode told in charming comic book style and full character and ball customization, it's non-stop monkey mayhem, arcade chaos, and family-friendly fun. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition lets you take command of the Kerbal Space Program, building rockets, spacecraft, and bases while navigating realistic orbital physics to explore planets, moons, and the solar system. Construct massive space stations, starships, and surface outposts, launch your Kerbal crew on daring missions, and research new technologies to expand your reach across the cosmos. With 3 gameplay modes, Science, Career, and Sandbox, plus improved performance, HD visuals, upgraded shaders, and a reworked console interface, this edition offers endless spacefaring challenges, creativity, and interstellar adventure. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.89, Devil May Cry 5 and Virgil delivers the ultimate high-octane action experience, now including the playable character Virgil. Step into the demon-slaying shoes of Nero, Dante, and Virgil as you unleash stylish combos, master over-the-top abilities, and battle hordes of otherworldly enemies across visually stunning, destructible environments filled with secrets, hidden paths, and epic encounters. With its gripping story, intense boss fights, and fluid gameplay that rewards skill, timing, and creativity, this edition combines signature Devil Hunter flair with modern Capcom technology for a polished, adrenaline-fueled action-adventure. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Blaster Master 03 returns you to the planet Sophia as Jason, piloting the all-terrain tank G Sophia SV and exploring dungeons on foot in top-down mode to rescue the heroine Eve. Master new abilities and weapons while switching between intense side-scrolling and top-down combat, tackling challenging levels, tricky puzzles, and dimensional rifts that test your skill, timing, creativity, and strategy. With the innovative VRV system, you can reverse situations, cross dimensions, and uncover hidden paths, making this finale to the Jason saga a thrilling intergalactic adventure full of charm, action, and epic encounters. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 12 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights plunges you into the haunting world of Land's End, where a mysterious rain has transformed all life into deadly, blighted monstrosities. Guide the young Lily through beautifully eerie forests, contaminated caverns, and grand castles, uncovering the kingdom's tragic story while battling formidable bosses that can claim your life in an instant. Defeat 3 cursed foes to free them and recruit them as powerful allies, combining strategy, skill, careful timing, and tactical planning to overcome increasingly difficult encounters and uncover the dark secrets behind the Reign of Death. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Crosscode is a retro-inspired 2D action RPG that masterfully blends 16-bit SNES-style graphics with smooth physics, fast-paced combat, and intricate puzzle mechanics, wrapped in a gripping sci-fi story full of twists, secrets, and memorable characters. Explore dungeons filled with challenging puzzles, uncover a variety of equipment, and master skills that let you exploit enemy weaknesses in strategic, fast-paced battles. With deep customization, satisfying progression, and a perfect balance between action-adventure and RPG elements, Crosscode delivers a nostalgic yet fresh gameplay experience that keeps you engaged from start to finish. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Green Hell is an open-world survival simulator that drops you into the heart of the Amazonian rainforest with nothing but your bare hands. Learn real-life survival techniques to craft shelters, tools, and weapons, hunt for food, and defend yourself against dangerous wildlife, tropical illnesses, and the constant threat of the jungle itself. Manage both your physical health and mental sanity as you explore, gather resources, craft items, and uncover the secrets of the dense, unforgiving wilderness, solve environmental challenges, and survive dynamic weather and natural hazards in a tense, immersive survival experience full of danger, discovery, and unexpected encounters. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Judgment is a gritty legal thriller from the team behind the Yakuza series, following disgraced attorney-turned-private detective Takayuki Yagami as he hunts a string of grisly murders through Kamurocho's seedy, neon-lit underworld. Track suspects, gather clues, and present evidence in court while navigating a web of deceit, moral ambiguity, and dangerous enemies at every turn. Engage in intense combat with 2 unique fighting styles, explore the city's dark corners, and unravel a gripping narrative full of twists, cinematic moments, psychological tension, and unforgettable characters that keep you constantly on edge. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $6.99, El Hijo, a Wild West tale, is a charming spaghetti western stealth game where you guide a 6-year-old boy on a daring quest to find his mother. Use cleverness, shadows, and playful tactics to sneak past dangerous foes, solve environmental puzzles, and navigate a harsh frontier filled with deserts, lawless towns, hidden dangers, and dark monasteries. As you progress, the boy grows more cunning, gaining confidence, learning new ways to outsmart enemies, and discovering hidden secrets along the way, all while inspiring other children and experiencing a gripping, cinematic story in a beautifully stylized Wild West world. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 18 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Root Film is a gripping visual novel adventure that follows Rintaro Yagumo as he takes on the role of director for the rebooted Shimane mystery drama project, only for a shocking murder to disrupt production and threaten the entire project, putting everyone involved at risk. Investigate clues, interrogate suspects, and use the unique intuition mechanic to uncover keywords that help solve the case while exploring beautifully hand-drawn environments across the Shimane prefecture. Engage in max mode confrontations that blend fighting game mechanics with detective work, making every interaction a test of skill, logic, and observation. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum.